the middle of the top right corner. So it's the way it aligns with the paper.
Are we eating hot dog style?
Hot dog or
Don't hold it like
y'all is a lot. I can't do
You're going to take the right hand corner. Yes. And you're going to take it to the right side of the corner.
I did yeah, so that's
And then do the same thing
okay.
with the left
And do
foot.
the
Does that
same
make
thing with
sense?
the left corner.
No, there's an X, so it's going to be a triangle.
Yeah,
like
there's
with a
a
rectangle
triangle.
after it.
So you feel like a triangle on top of the rectangle.
And then, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like an X. Then unfold.
Okay, then you're gonna have to so I can see the like middle of the X. Fold it.
Okay.
Hammer away all hair corner, not like.
So then
You're gonna undo that.
Unfold
it.
All right, everybody. Secret surprise. You have 5 minutes left.
Okay. That's the left side. That's the left side.
give some directions, please.
Take the bottom.
You're gonna undo it so that it looks like an X.
What? So once you fold that, unfold it. You're gonna do it down the middle.
Take the bottom.
What part of you?
Take it to the middle X.
Yes.
Wait, I'm in the top
Oh my God.
That was really bad explanation.
Yes.
And then unfold.
Like a pointy building.
The paper should be
It shows creases there.
Yeah, make okay. The X meets in the middle.
Okay.
Oh, so you were
like a
right.
little
So
flowers.
like
You see
this.
how there's two flowers?
Yeah.
You're gonna fold them both up.
Okay, what's next?
Like
Do we unfold it? Unfold it. Okay. What's next?
Okay.
Oh.
Dude, hurry up!
Oh my God.
I'm getting angry because you guys are slow.
We should have been I'm telling you. Hold the right hand corner.
So like when you guys hold the paper,
What?
and then when you how do you not wait, should we fold it in half so it's like at the front? What?
Well,
Okay, when you fold it in half. Did you do that? Okay, now you're basically
pressing inward.
hold it inward.
Yeah.
Like hold it as a center piece. Press
Yeah,
like
like
in.
inward.
Yeah, when you're done, you have one triangle.
Oh, like this?
Triangle that has to
Fold
hold
it
it.
down,
And it should be
but
off.
not the top.
Like,
Yeah.
And then you're gonna take the bottom.
So like the top of the triangle touches the bottom.
Wait, Jeff. So it should be like a rectangle with a point on the opposite side of where it's
Like a pivot.
I don't know what you're saying. About to have the heart. Inward.
Not the flat.
Got it.
Let's do
I
that.
was like your
You're
description, like
going to
with like
take
the
the bottom.
major triangle.
Hold it up, color instead.
Let me say it
The very
again.
corner.
So the rectangle part, that's
Yeah.
not.
What should it look like?
Full accent.
So it should be like a triangle.
No, these are really great.
It's gonna be like a triangle that's like up.
Okay, got it.
Which one's the
Bottom.
bottom's gonna be like the same
Alright,
triangle, but
so
with
now
a
all the rectangles down on the
It's
bottom.
not gonna turn into
You're
a
gonna
triangle.
have to all the right corner.
Oh, you're gonna
You're going to take
so they want the
both
clip
corners
facing
and
the
then
oh,
fold
okay.
it.
No, hold the right corner
Up.
upward, align the right hand corner upward,
Into. If you
align it with the top
the
point, so like
middle part,
Full
right triangle.
Take the right corner
Like,
of the
you're going
triangle.
Got it.
Okay. Do the same thing on the other side. And so you should make my diamond.
Oh, I see.
you should have a
Guys got one?
We didn't know what to do with the right. Well, I said repeat, and you didn't repeat it.
Bottom right.
Wait. And then it's gonna be the same thing. If you know what the guy to do, say it the same way. I know what a guy I know what a guy
getting some good footage here.
Hold it and
Corner upward.
I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. If you say it the same way every single time, I'm still, and I did it the first time, I'm not doing it the fifth time.
You're saying the other side too.
The right hand corner.
I don't think we got it.
Go upward.
No, I'm saying hold it upward. Just dive in position one more time. I will not bend it.
2, 1. That's time. As we do.
Okay, look at what we were
You guys can show each other what you were making.
well, this is you stepped up.
So everybody,
Okay, well, you're
go ahead and take your seats again. Hey guys,
I don't even know.
let's go ahead and get back to our regular seats now.
That was all wrong.
Alright, so a couple things real quick here. First of all, do me a favor and put the papers down. We're done folding for now. Alright, so anyone who was observing, go ahead and report back. What did you notice?
Oh. I feel like when the instructors were unclear in like how they should give the instructions or like what they like needed the other people to do, that kind of affected the performance. Made it harder for the job.
Yeah. What do you think about the flip side of that? Do you think it was difficult for the instructors to give proper instructions when you couldn't really confirm what was going on?
Definitely.
Cool. Anyone else notice anything in particular that caught their eye? I noticed someone came to blows. Yeah, Jess?
So, from the get-go, we had it wrong. Like, there was one thing that we did incorrectly, and then from there on, we all assumed that we were all on top of it.
Yeah.
Like, in our little, and Jackie and I's little, like, booklet, we were, like, a page or two left, and we were like, we're doing so good, like, I'm so proud of our group. And we turned around, and it was, like, not even close. However,
It's like a frog's mouth from here.
I mean, like, I feel like we kind of, we win in the end only because, not like win like against anyone else, but we're just, you know, I feel like we did a good job just because
Okay.
we did it together and we made a group effort.
Alright. Yeah?
I observed that when some other groups were really loud,
So,
that the other groups couldn't do what they needed to do because the other group was so loud.
Yep, outside environmental noise can make a big difference in group processes. Was there anything else anyone wanted to get out? Chris?
I think it actually made it easier for one of the folders to drop out and just do one folder and then two people kind of interpreting what the instructors are saying.
That's actually a very good point. You raise a very good point, and a lot of these, you'll notice, have been getting at some very common themes. These. The main one that I've noticed is this first one, different perspectives. Chris, what you said has a lot to do with that. When you drop down to just one folder, what happened that made it easier with regards to this?
You get another person's perspective of like what they're saying into what you're holding.
Actually, in this case, it's kind of the opposite. We've only got one person folding, right? Which means we only have to deal with one perspective on that end. The more perspectives that are actually in the group, the more difficult and challenging it can actually be for a group to be cohesive. So more perspectives, if you're not careful, can lead to conflict. Anyone know how this one, scarcity of resources, tied into this?
It's lack of like vision of the paper.
That's part of it, yeah. The inability to actually like see what's going on. Yeah. There was another one that I think most of you probably felt, even if you didn't like recognize it.
Instructions?
Instruction's actually a pretty big one here, yeah. Because if you guys in the instruction group didn't notice, these instructions aren't like the best, are they? Yeah. I'm actually, think back to when we got going a little bit, and I started saying, hey, you guys only have 5 minutes. What did that do? Yes. Time constraints, yes. It's very hard for us to think about it like this sometimes, but time is actually, yep, a resource. With it, and it's one of the biggest ones out there, and it's one of the most limited ones we've got, especially when it comes to group work. Now, incompatible goals. This one's a little bit abstract, but can anyone take a swing at how this ties in? So let me ask you this. Were there ever any moments where you as a folder, or you as an instructor, were thinking to yourself, you'd hear something from the other group, and you say, no, I can't do what I need to do given what you've given me. I'm seeing some heads nod, yep. So, basically the idea behind incompatible goals is that whether your goals really are incompatible or if you just think they are, that perception can really cause some conflict. Like, if we want to tie this into a real world situation, what would we want to say about that? What's a good example? I'm thinking like people in sports. What's a good example of it? People with incompatible goals.
Different teams wanting to win?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, that's a good example. Like, imagine if you're the goalie in soccer. Your goal is to keep that ball out of the net. But if you're on the other team, the goal is exactly the opposite. You want to get the goal into the net. So that's going to cause some conflict. So, can we think of any other like real world examples that kind of tie into these? And how?
Any of them?
Yeah.
Scarcity of resources, that's just like when people are without their like shelter, food, water, anything like that, and so then conflict arises when two people are trying to get that.
Right. Yeah, and that's the group aspect of it. When you've got two more people who are trying to get at the same thing, but there's not really enough there for it. So, going off that thinking, hi guys, welcome to the class. I want you guys to take out a piece of paper and go ahead and write down like a real world example real fast that you'll hand in to me. An example of one of these kinds of conflict and how that caused conflict.
Is it okay if you want us to do this?
If you guys feel like it, you kind of missed everything. I won't hold it against you.
Like through like something like activity or super
Anything you can think. That'll work. Yeah, I'll take anything. Just so long as I have a piece of paper with your name on it.
I said this because like, oh, she's like, school, everything we're studying, so it's like,